Hey, this is Subspace Transmissions. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Cam.
Cam, we were talking on the latest podcast all about, I guess, some of the bad apples, the people that would earn the Worst Starfleet Officer Employment Award.
Right.
And it got us thinking a lot about a lot of these moles, these infiltrators that we'd find aboard Starfleet vessels. Let's talk about a few of them. I think perhaps the most prominent one most recently was one Captain Gabriel Lorca.
Not at all controversial.
Not at all controversial because everybody just loves that twist. Everybody likes what that character did. But of course, he's from the Mirror Universe. And so it gets me thinking about what this guy really stood for, whether he's actually an interesting kind of infiltrator sort of character versus what we've seen in other Star Trek series.
Yeah, I mean, I think he is on the more interesting side just because of the fact we actually saw him working within Starfleet as a structure and how that, how he was able to kind of weasel his way around.
Well, the other
which
thing
isn't the case for some of them.
The only one who seemed to catch on to him was like a former lover slash superior officer who is also like a psychiatrist by trade.
Sure.
It took a lot of like expertise on Admiral Cornwell's like brain power to actually suss that out, whereas everybody else kind of let him just get away with what he was doing.
True, although you did have like Stamets in Context is for Kings saying like he's a warmonger.
Yes.
And arguing with him very much so about what Discovery was doing.
But he he was good at getting the crew behind him because he was even praising them towards the end of his arc, saying like, yeah, I created some warriors, and if you guys weren't so beholden to your little bitty Federation principles, maybe I could have pulled you into my side.
Do you think if you remove his evil acts and wanting to destroy the universe, do you think he was a good captain, like a good leader of people? I
think he was an inspiring leader of people.
Mm-hmm. He gave a hell of a speech.
Sure, but a good captain, I think he has to have some sort of guiding principles, though.
Right.
And what we did find out is his main guiding principle was...
I don't give a damn.
I don't give a damn, yeah. Or else I want power. So it's kind of tough to really get behind that as a leader. Right. What would you say, though, as just like, say, a captain?
I would say, like, moment to moment and in a conflict, he's very good. Like, he was able to take his people through very, very intense battle scenarios. And I think his guidance is what kept them alive. Like, I don't think Discovery is as successful as it was, or as we were told it was, because we didn't see a lot of evidence in the Klingon War.
Yeah.
But, we were told how effective it was, and I think you see that through his strategies.
Well, going beyond Lorca, why don't we mention one Ash Tyler, an infiltrator as well, also known as one Voke. How does he rank in terms of being able to go incognito and fool everyone, Cam?
Loves fishing.
Loves fishing, yeah.
Yeah, I mean... He definitely snuck by. But
the lack of self-awareness kind of did him in when the Voke persona started boiling to the top of the surface, right?
Yeah, like he was not subtle. I mean, Lorca knew how to play the game.
Yes.
Whereas Ash Tyler didn't even know there was a game.
Not unless it was called Snapping Necks. So
that's my favorite game.
Ouch, yeah. So I just think the problem is Lorca... He's a smart guy. He knew what he was doing, whereas Voke / Tyler was kind of dropped into a situation where he had no idea what was going on. So how do you really kind of, I don't know, like adapt to those situations that are totally out there? Unless you've got one brain surgeon McLaserfingers known as Laurel to help you out. But all she could really do was eliminate the Voke persona from his psyche. Disappointing for me, anyway.
And whereas you had Cornwell really catching on to Lorca, did anyone really catch on to Voke / Ash Tyler?
Not until he literally was in the captain's quarters on the Mir Shenzhou telling Burnham, I'm going to kill you.
So in many ways, he was the more effective double agent or whatever you want to call him, or undercover agent.
In all honesty, what's more likely? Somebody from a Mir universe or a Klingon in disguise coming aboard your ship? I think they're equally quite unlikely scenarios for Starfleet officers to be aware of.
I deal with them every day.
Okay, yeah. Another series, though, would be fun to tackle. Star Trek Voyager, I think Seska, when we have, those incognito. She, of course, was the Cardassian turned Maquis Bajoran infiltrator that ended up on a Starfleet vessel. What a whirlwind experience for this somebody who's probably in the Obsidian Order one day,
no
and now she's on the Delta Quadrant the other day. And having children with Maquis crew members.
That is an interesting assignment.
Yeah, good on her. But Sisko is a fun character, at least.
Yeah, she's a fan favorite. She definitely brought a lot of, I think, really fiery drama to the show, and the show often doesn't have that at all.
Right.
Like Voyager would often be much more subdued, and I think she brought like a real intense quality to her, especially like her episodes combating Chakotay.
Yes,
because Chakotay usually did not have the most compelling arguments or intensity going on about him. So I thought she brought a lot of that out of him.
Yeah. So another one worth bringing up, though, it would have to be in Deep Space Nine, because we had a lot of these kind of changeling conspiracy arcs that were going on. What were some of your favorite changeling infiltrators that we saw there, Cam?
Well, you have to go with Bashir. Bashir is like the really cool one, I think, that everyone knows. But he was so secret that even the actor playing him didn't know.
And I don't think Siddig El-Fadel was actually very happy with that bit of knowledge there.
He was less happy than the DS9 cast.
Yeah. But the thing that I keep going back to, though, is, Mir Bashir, or I should not say Mir Bashir, but Changeling Bashir, he performed brain surgery on Ben Sisko, which...
That's why Sisko was so, reckless later on down the road.
Yeah. So... I mean, good on him. He also
Sisko, every season onwards was just like a fever dream.
He also delivered Kira Yoshi O'Brien.
Yeah.
So
how hard is that? Really?
Well, I'm just saying these changelings, they're pretty talented aliens. They've obviously amassed millions of years of knowledge of humanoid physiology.
I mean, Starfleet computers will probably tell you a lot.
Okay, yeah, so. They're quick learners.
Yeah,
can't fault them for that.
They know how to speed read.
Yeah, but just like Data does.
Right.
So, I guess the thing that I'm getting at here is the plot twist was pretty great, but when you kind of walk it back and think about it, I think it makes even less sense on what we got with Lorca.
Well, it's very much from the days of not planning out your episodes in batches ahead.
Yeah, so. I mean, they planned out the Lorca one, that was clear.
Yes, definitely.
The Bashir one, look, it was cool. I dug it. And just the fact that they were wearing two different uniforms when they revealed that.
Yeah.
That was a cool moment there.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. It's memorable.
Cam, any other ones that we might as well cross off the list?
Well, let's talk about O'Brien.
Yeah.
O'Brien in the two-parter Homefront. He appears in Homefront and Paradise Lost. Yeah, but he appears in Homefront?
Sure. Let's go with that.
Okay, so he shows up and he kind of plays like the Donald Sutherland JFK character to a certain degree, giving a lot of exposition.
Yes. But he did have a great moment where he was able to tell Sisko, look, see all the chaos going on right now? We have barely anyone on this planet, and look what we've been able to do here. And that was kind of cool, because at first you're like, hey, what's O'Brien doing here? Oh, no, I get it. The changelings are showing their strength. They're showing what they're good at. They're able to morph in and out of different entities. This is really what I wish we saw more of on Deep Space Nine, was really that threat of what the changelings could do by, I guess, ultimately... turning around our expectations for who the characters could be at any given moment.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of took that up with the Vogue infiltration.
Right.
And I do wonder, do you think going into season 2 of Discovery, a lot of people are just going to go episode to episode saying, oh, I bet that's a Klingon in disguise?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely,
I can't wait for the Arn Darvin episode that we get inevitably.